When preparing for an interview, we have a few recommendations to keep in mind. First, do your homework and research the employer or the college, school, or unit within the university. This doesn't have to be the deepest dive, but you should make yourself familiar with their website as a starting point. This will tell you their mission statement, their organizational goals, and their company culture. This can help you align your focus during the interview and possibly give you some ideas of good interview questions to ask at the end. Review the job posting again as you prepare for your interview. Make sure you're familiar with the responsibilities of the position and the skills that they're looking for so that you can prepare some relevant examples from your own experience. You don't need to set a script for yourself, but it can be helpful to make some notes and organize your thoughts. Sit and think through a few good examples of your strengths at work and how you could share those examples. Consider some of your big achievements from your current or previous jobs and how you might describe them to an interviewer. By thinking through these ahead of time, the goal is that when you're in an interview, these examples will come to you much easier than if you hadn't thought about them in a while. When you're reviewing the job posting, pay close attention to the essential skills and the required qualifications of the job. It's likely that the interviewers will ask you questions related to this. Two common types of interview questions are behavioral and situational. Behavioral questions ask you about an experience with something in the past. Those are the "tell me about a time when" questions. Interviewers ask these because your past performance can be an indicator of how you'd perform in this new position. When answering a behavioral interview question, it can be a good idea to tell them about the experience and anything that you learned from it or would do differently next time. Situational questions are hypotheticals. The interviewer creates a specific scenario and wants to know how you would react under those circumstances. While this is a hypothetical, you can also use your past experiences and skills to answer these types of questions. You may have heard of the STAR method as a recommended way to answer behavioral interview questions. The STAR method is an acronym for how you should craft your answers. S is situation. Introduce the situation and set the scene and provide the context. T is task. Describe the task that you had to accomplish. What needed to be done and why? A is action. Explain the action that you took. And R is result. Describe the result of your action. What was the outcome and what did you learn? Now let's try to answer a common interview question using the STAR method. Again, the STAR method is S, situation. Describe the situation for them. T, task. Describe the task that you had to accomplish. A, action. What action did you take? And R, result. What was the result? Let's say our question is, tell us about a time when you had to work on a project as a member of a team. What was your role in the project, and how did you work together with your team members? Using the STAR method, your answer might be, I worked on a project with colleagues where we were tasked with updating some outdated web pages on our department website. We had a set deadline to meet, but no other guidelines. I work best and thrive with a clear plan and structure, so I volunteered to take the role of organizing everyone and keeping us on track with our deadline. I created a shared folder online where we could take turns editing drafts of the web pages and comment on one another's edits. I scheduled several check-in meetings throughout the project timeline so that we could come together, review what we had done so far, and troubleshoot any problems. We were able to finish the project before our deadline, and this style of collaboration helped ensure that everyone's voice was heard and the whole team had the opportunity to contribute.